good Monday nighter between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the bbest in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. Leading him out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural Deshaun Watson.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. The throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 7, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going to the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. And boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Rams offense ready. They're backed up to start their initial drive. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Henry Ruggs with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. At their own. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
The ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a...
Johnson, it's pulled free, football's out.
Watson on the keeper. Fumble on.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard line. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's a throw that's taken in the backfield. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes. So they will hold on to the ball. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. They'll run for the first time now with James White. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a 1st down at the Rams 36. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, sir?
And they'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Henry Ruggs with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. The toss, left side, Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Watson. Screen play, Johnson. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started in minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
Tua Tagovailoa in the off. Heading back out. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Cardinals, nothing.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Number 31.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. Trying to get it to Rams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
That's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The drive starts with a completion, left side. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Throw for the middle, taken in, and he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards. And the Cardinal first down.
On first down, it's Watson. He gets it to Cooks. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Watson to give. This is Johnson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down.
Arizona.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson, and he'll get 4 there down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Tech McKinley made its way into the backfield.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 3rd and long, it's Watson. Buying time to his left. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
48-yard line.
Now the rookie out of Wisconsin. This is Jonathan Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he's got the hook up to Rhodes. Touchdown, Henry! Henry Rhodes on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Taken at about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over first.
The football going back over to Arizona now. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off.
21. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Vita Vea busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Hill on the return. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
47-yard line.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The 43-yard line.
2 and now on first down. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 yards there, just like last play.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And that one will fall incomplete.
Intended for
clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Now 2nd and 10.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And incomplete on the deep ball. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
Complete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, here's Tua. This is caught. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well, because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Jonathan Taylor, as the first half is winding down, and the Rams add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point try for Gostkowski. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
All right, just call the call. We're going to play. Come on now.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Brought down at the 23-yard line.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the score line. 30-16, your final score. From there, we head down the turnpike to see what's happening with the Eagles at home in Philadelphia. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Aaron Rodgers, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to
The
kick.
Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
So here are the Rams to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And everyone on their assignment defensively there as he'll be taken down behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
He is going to find Hill here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
43-yard line.
First and 10, Taylor now. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10. And some room to work. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
It's going to be caught. He's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And this offense is running away with this one. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Here's Watson now on second down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Tack McKinley able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Watson now throwing on 3rd and long. And he will score. Touchdown. The point after try for Gostkowski. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So that one will be accepted. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at about the 1. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Jones. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 14-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Watson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
And 9 yards to go.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's got Jack Doyle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Complete
18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
gain of 18 on the
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Watson. This goes underneath to Doyle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Doyle. A gain of 4.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Watson's pass.
It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Cardinal first down.
From the 50, it's Watson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. A shotgun snap for Watson. The open man here, Renfrow. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
A 6-yard.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
At the 6-yard line.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from walking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A gain of 28 yards there. Give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Houston on the stop.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So first and 10 now from the 30. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 28-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Down right around the 25. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. And they give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
A 42-yard attempt.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.